keep doing this in war, and you're gonna struggle. Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Mr. T, and today we're gonna be playing some Clash of Clans. That's right, we're back, baby, 3 days in a row. Yo, if you haven't dropped a like or subbed on this channel yet, what the heck are you waiting for, bro? Go ahead and drop a sub, guys, and get some more Clash of Clans content from me in the future. It's gonna be a lot of fun here. Today we're gonna be talking about something a little bit different and a little bit interesting. So, in war, there's this one thing that a lot of clans do that makes it really easy for a clan like mine to absolutely destroy you. And we went up against a pretty decently engineered clan last war, and it was a lot of fun. It was a war that went down all the way down to the wire. You can see that I waited until the very last second of war there to get a 3-star, which, you know, your boy did. But no, it was a lot of fun. But the clan that we were playing made a grave error. They actually could have beat us pretty badly. They had an engineered number 8, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on in the video. But I mean, it's one of those things that I think that got all hyped up, like a lot of the stuff that Supercell has been doing lately. You know, the Builder Hall and all that stuff. Anyway, you know, number 8 was a relatively well-engineered Town Hall 11. I mean, he has the Warden, he has all the spells. I don't know if he has the Clan Castle upgrade. I didn't really check, to be entirely honest. I don't know if he has the level 7 Clan Castle. No, he doesn't. He has the level 6 Clan Castle. So, okay. I mean, a pretty decent Town Hall 11 should be able to take out any Town Hall 9. I mean, I can take out any Town Hall 9 with Town Hall 10, really. So, there really shouldn't be an issue of why Town Hall 11 shouldn't be able to take me out. But they went ahead and failed. This is not what we're talking about, by the way. I'm just kind of giving you a war recap before I talk about the main portion of the video. So, he went in and did a Zapquake drag attack. I'm not going to show the whole thing because it's crap. Honestly, it comes in with the Warden and a bunch of loons. And he attacks from the top end of the base to try to take out all those air defenses there. The problem is, most of the hit points is really in the bottom of the base. My queen stays alive for a long time and does a lot of damage on the dragons. The Teslas go to work. The Grand Warden's going to get taken out by one of those Teslas, I believe. But all these archer towers on the other side of the base stay alive. If you ever see a base like mine for this attack, if you ever see a base like that, you don't want to come in from the air defense side. That's exactly what I want you to do. So, try to find a different way to go about that. If you know how to do a queen walk pretty well, if you can come in with bowlers, if you do a Goblin Map loon, that's a lot different. But a straight up air attack against that type of base from the air defense side, probably not what you want to do because your troops are going to die out pretty quickly. So, anyway, here's the point of what we're talking about today, is they made a grave error. And the error that they made was that, I'm going to show you my first attack on one of their bases here. They had this base, and it's actually a pretty decent base. It's not terrible. It's very symmetrical, which I've talked about in the past, how symmetrical base designs, especially for air attacks, are very, very easy to overcome because it's easy to predict where your troops are going to go from one side of the base to another. I come in with a Goblin Map loon here. I'm going to drop in 2 golems. Now, this golem was dropped so that the mortar would lock onto it, as well as this archer tower. And this golem was dropped on the left side so that it would lock onto this archer tower, thus providing a free range for my wizards to create an even funnel for my bowlers. I want to create a nice wide funnel for the bowlers to funnel straight into the center, jump spell into this expo compartment here, into the queen, into the rest of the base. The kill squad is mainly supposed to take out 2 air defenses, the clan castle, and the expo, and the queen. So dropping the poison there. That takes care of the dragon. I'm being very patient here. I think my king goes down a little bit early because I'm a little impatient in Goblin Map loon. I'm not a pro, guys. I'm not going to pretend to be a pro. I just know the basics of almost every attack in the game. I know how to do some better than others. This is one of my best attacks. And the reason that is because I know how the bowlers work. And I know how the golems work. I'm a little impatient, so I didn't let my golems tank a little deeper enough into the base, which made it so that my kill squad didn't survive as long as it could have. I come in from the left side here with my balloons, and from the left and the bottom sides with my balloon, funnel them into the center. They are dropping a few loons at a time to allow them enough time to be able to funnel into the base and to take out defenses slowly. Some people do this differently with a lot more patience than me. Again, I'm not a pro. I'm just showing you the basics of this attack. And I'm going to break this down a little bit more carefully as we go through. I'm actually going to show you the loom portion of this attack again because I realized that I kind of skipped over it. And that's probably not the best thing to do here. But the beginning part of it, you want to funnel your bowlers into the center, provide a nice wide funnel. Make sure that your golems tank for the mortars and for the wizard towers, so that way your wall breakers are able to break through, and that's what you chose to do. Some people do go bowl island with 2 jump spells instead of using some wall breakers, but I just need to break into that initial compartment right here, like so, and that allowed everything to come in. Also, he had a Valkyrie in the clan castle, which is interesting, and that kind of helped him. But see, this is what I'm talking about here. I broke into this left compartment here, which made this golem veer off to the left, and then my rightmost golem was already dead. So that made it so that I didn't have enough tanking. So a lot of my bowlers, my king went down pretty early. But I mean, they still got the job done for what I wanted them to do. Now I come in from the left side here. I drop in a hound here so that the hound gets targeted by the wizard tower and the archer tower. And so that it goes through. Drop in a couple balloons, probably too many balloons. To be entirely honest, I probably could have only dropped 1 or 2. Or 1 or 2 per defense there. And that would have been just fine. Now I have 5 more coming in from the bottom side here. Again, I dropped too many loons at a time. I know I do this attack a little bit differently than what it's supposed to be done like. But I'm just having a lot of fun with this strategy. And it was more than enough for this base. It's a crappy base to be entirely honest. But I come in here and the haste spell is going to get me all the way through the defenses. I dropped the haste spell so that it would get me all the way to the wizard tower, because the wizard tower was really the last thing I was worried about in this base. That Tesla's not going to do anything. Got a couple skelly traps here. They're going to get taken out by my lava pups. And now I got a bunch of cleanup. Had a couple wizards left there. I always try to leave 2 to 3 wizards at the end of the attack to be able to take everything out. And there goes that. So bunch of balloons left. Lots of wizards left. Lots of pups left. Wrecked. Right? Cool. So the thing is, this clan made a huge error. And their error was they had 4 different bases that were the exact same base. I believe number 4 was also the same base, if I'm not mistaken. Right. It is. So 5 of their top bases were exactly the same. Was number 5 exactly the same too? Oh man, were they all exactly the same? You gotta be kidding me. Were their top 6 bases the same? No, they were not. This one was different. But no. So 1 through 4 and their number 6 were exactly the same. So how do you think I took out number 6, 1, and 2? I did the exact same thing with my Town Hall 9. I came in the exact same way. A little bit different actually for this attack, but that's okay. The funnel wasn't the best. I come in, bowlers are going to take almost everything there in the center. My queen's going to get a lot of value. Everything survives a lot longer because I was a little bit more patient with the golems. I come in from the right side on this one. Doesn't really matter. It still gets wrecked. Got a bunch of balloons left. Little baby archer towers there. My queen, level 20 queen's going to do some work. I mean, it's wrecked. Pretty similarly to the last attack. And now for numbers 1 and 2, which I waited till the last second of the war because, you know, I wanted to make them sweat a little bit. I attack with my Town Hall 10. It's my 9.5 really. 0.5s haven't really been nerfed as much as people make them out to be. It's not really that crazy. I come in and I attack. I come in with both of these bowlers, provide a nice funnel here. Same exact thing I did with my Town Hall 9, except I have an extra spell for my Town Hall 10. And this is a more maxed, quote-unquote, Town Hall 9 because of the walls there. I'm going to come in, 2 rage spells this time, so I'm able to use them more on the bowlers. They get a little more value than they did in the last attack. I come in, I take everything out, blah, blah. You know, like it's pretty automatic once I've already taken the base out once, and you already have a pretty decent plan for it. I didn't execute it exactly the same way because honestly I was trying to get some variety in, but I knew the base was going to be wrecked anyway. As long as your bowlers are able to funnel into the center pretty well, you're going to wreck the base no matter what. I mean, I wouldn't say no matter what. This base is on, again, symmetrical. It's pretty predictable how the bowlers are going to path into the base and how the balloons are going to path through the base. So that's why I always advise to avoid symmetrical base designs in war. But the main thing you want to avoid is if you're a clan that has a few of your bases that are exactly the same, get a different base. Ask one of those people in your clan to get a different base, because you're making it so that if one of the bases get taken out, every single base in a good clan is going to take them all out. So try to avoid that, guys. It's just one of those things that I've been meaning to talk about in this channel for a while, but it just hadn't really come up until this war, where it was just clearly evident that this is what really killed this clan. It was an engineered clan with a pretty decent Town Hall 11, and they had a Town Hall 9 advantage on us as well, that, you know, just struggled because of that. And we were able to take them out pretty quickly here. Again, I come in from the right side with the loons, and I'm able to take everything out. My haste spells were not used efficiently, but I had an extra rage there. I mean, it was actually absolutely wrecked. And got a couple more pretty decent attacks here. A wit. I gotta ask him how to pronounce that. I've never really featured him in my videos here because he came into our clan after I took my break in after a couple months here. So he comes in with Go Weeva, I believe. Yep, just straight up bouts. Absolutely wrecks this base here. Poison spell drop. There's going to be a rage spell soon to take care of that dragon there, I believe. No rage spell yet. Oh no, there is no rage spell. So I think he just takes it out with the queen, which is pretty good. All right, so he just takes it out with the queen and the wizards. All right, comes in with the Valks. The Valkyries could have easily, there you go. I was about to say the Valkyries are going to veer to the right side because of this mortar here. I don't know if he really planned the core of the base that well, but the fact that he held some Valkyries back, he held the CC Valkyries back, actually did him pretty well there. Should drop a heal spell there soon. Heal spell is a little late, Wit. Come on. Oh man, that heal spell was super late, and he missed it, so he wasn't able to get as much value as he probably should have from this maxed out Valkyries, but he still got, I mean, the base was still wrecked. It's a pretty crappy base design. It's very spread out, and his Valkyries were able to do work. I mean, 4 heal spells and maxed out Valkyries in the CC, level 4 Valkyries against the type of base doesn't really require that much thought put into it. Awood's actually a pretty decent air attacker. I've seen some pretty good attacks from him. We need to get back into going through some of these attack strategies a little bit more in my clan. We've struggled lately at the Town Hall 9 level, primarily because we haven't been able to find our groove in consistency. We have some pretty great attackers, but finding that consistency to do it war in and war out has been pretty tough. So great job there. Managed to take out the base pretty well. We had some decent attacks at the Town Hall 8 level as well. We did miss this one out, but cat attack. I actually did these attacks on my wife's account. I was able to take these 2 out. Sri had a pretty decent attack here on the Town Hall 8. Again, 4 of these Town Hall 8 bases were exactly the same. So numbers, let's see, it was numbers 11 through 14 at least were exactly the same base. So again, the clan made the same mistake that they did last time, where they used the same exact base design. And I mean, once you learn how to take one of them out, you learn how to take all of them out, right? And that's exactly what happened here. Bunched up those wizards there a lot. I wouldn't have done that because now the mortar got some couple free shots there on those wizards, and that could have been pretty bad there. But he comes in with his hog riders from the top end of the base where most of the value is, which is a pretty decent idea. It's actually a really good idea because most of those hog riders, or those hog riders, are going to be able to get the most value there through the heal spell, taking everything out. Bunch of hog riders got wow, I can't speak today. Bunch of hog riders got sprung there. This base is nowhere near max, but with level 3 hog riders, it's more than enough to take it out. And I mean, 30 hog riders plus max hogs in the CC are going to be able to wreck there. So he's able to take this out. I think he had max wizards in the CC actually. He just used his own 30 hog riders, and he was able to wreck it pretty easily. So great job there by Sri. So in summary, guys, if you're a clan that's struggling in wars and you have some base designs that you're saying, hey, this is a pretty good base design, so I'm just going to use it across the top 6 bases. If you face a good clan that is able to exploit one of those bases, you're going to be able to 3-star them all. And you can see here that I was able to 3-star all of them. Once I got one of them, I think I attacked number 6 first. I ended up getting 1 through 3 in order pretty easily because I already had a base design for it. already had the idea for it, the plan for it in my head. It was pretty easy to do. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's kind of a different video. I'm not really feeling too hot today. I'm gonna try to, you know, go on a run and like get myself going a little bit later today. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. T. If you like this video, drop a like, drop a sub. Gonna be showing you something a little bit different the next couple days. We're gonna be going back into some raiding in the Champions League, and we're gonna be talking about how raiding hasn't really changed. As a Town Hall 9, I do the exact same thing I did almost a year ago, and that's because it is still, in my opinion, the most effective farming method there is. Heroes, no heroes, hands down, nothing beats it. So this is Mr. T. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.